Greetings, everyone. Welcome to the Man United Agenda. I am joined by the fabulous Mr. B and Dora again. It's Friday, it's end of the week, and one last game in the United States. We're playing Liverpool, the mighty Liverpool, who rolled over at Arsenal. And we've also got some transfer news today as well. So we'll be doing a preview for the Liverpool game, which is tomorrow. What time, Mr. B? Because I always get it wrong.
12:30. The game is tomorrow.
What, at 12:30 a.m. or 12:30?
Yeah, 12:30 a.m. 12:30 a.m. Yeah, that's a nice time for us. Nice time for a Saturday night. Saturday night, Sunday morning.
Saturday into Sunday. Okay. Yeah. Well, it's another scorcher today. Beautiful day. I've had a wonderful day out with my son. We went to the beach-ish, right at Lido, and had a great day. And it's continuing now. After this, we're going to finish off a movie we were watching together, which is really cool. What have you been up to, Mr. B, today?
I had a great day at work. Sun's out. You know me, Friday's the best day and it's payday. So, I think I'm going to enjoy my weekend. Hopefully United won't ruin it. Actually, no, they're not going to ruin it. I'm not even going to go down that route. I'm going to have a good day, and then I'm going to come in nice and late, a little bit tipsy, and then get on there and watch United wallop Liverpool.
Tough task. Dora, what have you been up to today? And just quickly, is it dark in Croatia?
Yes, it is. It's 10 and 3 minutes. It is dark. Yeah.
All right. Okay. Oh, yeah. Because
it's cloudy a bit. Yesterday it was really hot. Today, I think during the night, it was supposed to rain. Of course, here it didn't rain. So, it's really dry, but it's more manageable, I would say. But I had a good day. Did my work and all that. And I watched some of the Olympics, gold medal for Croatia, which was great. In rowing.
What event was
brothers?
It?
Sorry?
What event was it?
It was rowing. We
had shooting and rowing.
Shooting, rowing, and in judo. In judo as well, a gold medal. A female contestant, Barmana Matic. So three medals for Croatia at Olympics, which is great for us, for a small country. But I've been enjoying athletics. Started today. Qualifications. Our discus queen, I would say, Sandra Elkasovic, she qualified today, so that's exciting. I can't wait for athletics. In all honesty, I absolutely love that discipline and that sports. And I've been enjoying a lot of sports, in the last week or so. But about United, I honestly forgot that we have one game left in the US store. I missed the Real Betis game. In all honesty, I just checked out the results. I saw that we had injuries, but I will probably try to catch this game live if I stay awake. But you guys know me. I'm like a grandma. I go to sleep at around midnight, so probably not. But I will try my best.
Okay, what's happening in the comments, man? It seems like it's going off. Enough of them, Mr. B.
Let's have a look. We've got Bart talking nonsense about, I'll put it up there because he took his time out to type, but I'm not going to read it. It's absolute nonsense. Normal Bart thing. Lucky Singh, big up, my friend. I hope you're doing well. Matty Bassett, I see ya. Andrew Williams, King Dino. Dilip Mizrawi and Nagati incoming. Scottish. Oh God, look, let's hope so, yeah. And look, Lucky Singh saying everything's moving slow. Well, we got spoiled. I would say we got spoiled for a bit. King Dino, teams always drag out the negotiation with us because they want us to panic and just bend over and get the deal done. Well, look, we're showing a little bit of balls. I'm hoping it doesn't backfire on us. Andrew Williams is just bigging up the people. And we had a few left. Bilal, I don't know what you're talking about. Bilal left. You know what, Matty? I kind of, there's a few things behind the scenes that we need to get done before I do a watch along. But to be fair, it depends how tips I have. I might well do that. Guys, just hit your notification bells because I might just plug it in, and we'll see where we go. And history with Mo, welcome. I finally
Yeah,
get to watch a game and don't have to wake up in the early morning. There you go.
he must be in the States then.
There you
Yeah.
go. Right. Let's get the show on the road.
Okay. Yeah, so what should we touch on first? Should we do transfer news or shall we talk about his preview against the mighty Liverpool?
Let's talk about the Liverpool game last.
Last.
Yeah, well, the end bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, guys, we've got a few stories to touch on. And obviously, if you've got some stories you want to talk about in the comments, let us know now. Bring them up and we will touch on them as well. Big up Rich Sports as well. So the first one is the missing man. Who could that be? Tyler Malacia or Malacia, however you want to pronounce it.
What do you call him? You say his name's what? Tyler. What do you say his name is?
Tyrell. Did I say Tyler?
Yeah, you said Tyler.
God. That's a bad start. But that's the thing. I never know. Is it Malacia or Malacia? I just don't know. But anyway, let's talk about this. So obviously, this is the missing man. The man who went missing all of last season. So Malacia sat out the entire 2023-24 season due to an injury, a knee injury that required 2 surgeries to correct. He has not joined the team on their preseason tour of the United States. He is now in a good place. This is a quote from Ten Hag, but he is not here because I only took players who could play games or were available for team training. So that's why he didn't go on tour. From the horse's mouth, that's from the manager. But this is good news. He's not that far, but he is now in a progress situation. At relatively short notice, he can again return into the team training and then into the team performances in games. I think it would be possible within 2 months. The last bit, if we can just remove this comment here, it's so far during preseason, Ten Hag has utilized the likes of teenagers Harry Amas, Sam Murray at left back as well. So the left back situation is a bit dodgy for us. This is someone it could be seen like a new signing. They're saying within 2 months he could be back, and obviously there was 2 surgeries last year. He's been the missing man. How excited are you to hear this news, Dora, about Malacia, Tyler Malacia?
Yeah, I mean, he's been a missing man for a year or so, and it's been it's been concerning, not just as a United fan, but as a person, like where are you? What happened to you? But we know, right? We mentioned it a few times on this channel what happened during his recovery, and if he's really 2 months away, that's good news because even now we are quite thin on the left back position, especially with Luke Shaw struggling with injuries as well. However, if I know it's a bit much. I think we are asking, not maybe we, but I think we as the fans, we saw those 2 first transfers that came through, Zirkzee and Euro, and I think we are expecting too many players to come in all honesty, in one transfer window. I think that's a bit much, and I don't think United can handle it. Of course, we are going to talk about it further in the stream. Maybe it's possible, maybe we can do like Chelsea, bring in 20 players in one transfer window. But yeah, it's always good news to see players coming back from, injuries and, helping the team. But yeah, I'm still concerned about that left back position. And in perfect world, I would, if I'm Ten Hag, I would probably look for an alternative player on that position. But yeah, I'm glad that he's been doing, well in his recovery because, being a year and a half out from playing football. I mean, you guys know you were professionals, so or you played football. You know how injured.
I was going to say, not professional. We played football.
I mean, yeah, but some of you were professional, some of you played football. On amateur levels, like injuries can be tough, and it's always hard to come back from that. So especially this severe. So yeah, hopefully, he comes back in 2 months. Doesn't immediately get injured like some of the players did in the last few years, and actually help the team.
Okay, Mr. B. Yeah, that's the news. Obviously, they're saying 2 months. I don't know how excited you are, but talk to me about Malacia as a player because we did get an opportunity to see him, and he was signed. Do you think it is a good sign? It's a good player to come back into the first team. How good is he, and how good could he be from what you saw when he was playing?
I just remember him being like tenacious, never giving up. I don't remember what he was like going forward, but I do remember thinking, oh, he's going to keep Luke Shaw out. But maybe that was when Luke Shaw was really crap. You know, Luke Shaw goes through these stages where you just want him out of the club. And other times you want him and you think, oh, he's top draw. I'm not excited about it, to be fair. For the fact that he was out for so long, there has to be a reason. I would like to know what the reason was. Was it something he didn't do? Was it something that the club did, or something that the club didn't do? Just to be nosy, you know, I would like to know, because I don't understand how a player's out for so long. He could have done his Achilles and been back quicker than what it was.
Yeah, but didn't Bestheim said one time, it's not like he knows the guy, but there were news that Malacia went to Netherlands, got his doctors. They aggravated the injury even more. He came back to the club. They saw that they made the injury worse, and that's why they were trying to, he had much longer injury. It was something like that, right? He went to, yeah. So he didn't I don't know how you feel about these guys, and maybe it's not that interesting in these discussions, in transfers, but why do these young players think that they have the authority to make their own decision, come back, disregard the club's advice, manager's advice, and whatever, and go by themselves back home to their own doctors, and then it's surprising, oh my god, it didn't end up well, and they come back like little kid, when they are grounded, okay guys, please help me, help me with this injury and help me come back to playing. It's so strange to me, and I know people are going to say, oh, you're maybe, people can make their own decisions, but he's a young player, right? On what authority? Because someone told you, oh, go back home and do it by yourself. I think it's just strange, for not just the young players, but I think players in general. You listen to the professionals where you are employed, and maybe ask them for an advice or something like that. I just think that he made such a bad decision for his young career.
Yeah, most certainly it was a bad decision, no doubt about it. And the consequences are we missed him for a whole season. We were really vulnerable at left back based on that. We had to get Guy on loan in Reguilon, who only stayed until January. And then we were playing people like Lindelof and Amrabat in those positions as well. So we're so vulnerable. And Dalot as well, played there. So really vulnerable position. Malacia, hopefully you'll be coming back soon. And because you're left-footed, you're tenacious, as Mr. B was saying there. And hopefully now that 12 months has now we've got 2 months to go. And it looks like he's kind of running and doing things, because they didn't bring him at all, but they just want to have some bit of precaution about bringing him back, like you said, because of what happened. Now, going back to what you said there, Dora, about the decision, he made a decision to go his own way with the surgery. He maybe got advised wrongly, but it turned out to be a bad thing, because it did mess him up and it did delay him coming back. So I think under the new new structure that we have, maybe we won't allow for that to happen anymore. Like you're saying about being professional and the key decision making about what we do with injured players, because it has been an issue for Man United Football Club, and it is an issue now. We've already got someone wearing a moon boot, our new signing Lenny wearing a moon boot already. So I think that's something that we need to be mindful of, and I don't think that would happen again. So Malacia, that's an example to you. Don't be playing the arse, and especially under the old sort of structure that was allowed to happen. I think that's the end of it. Just quickly, I'm going to touch on the comments about Malacia. History of Mo, how you doing? Welcome to the show, by the way. So, do you really think it's going to be 2 months, or is it going to take him longer? Obviously, after all things happen, yeah, you're right to be skeptical. Simon Warner saying here, he will spend most of the time on the bench and only coming in for the last 15, 20 minutes to get a match and getting broken in again. Matthew Bassett, how you doing? Also, why looking at right back position rather than left back position? Right back position is stronger than left back position currently. Obviously, there's a lot of transfer news about that. Simon Warner again saying put him in the reserves for a short while before coming back in the main team. So, being cautious. Malacia is good, determined player, but I'm concerned he's never going to be the same after what's happened to him, missing a big chunk of his career, whole year. We've said better saying Malacia is better than Shaw, but then a wet towel is better than Shaw as well. I want to say hi to Emma. She's saying here he had surgery that failed and then he went on to have another one. It's so true. Big up to Simon. Chat Sport as well. Loads of comments coming in. Let's have a look. Lucky Singh's in the house as well, talking about diving. And we've got Johnny Hill in the house. To be honest, would you want to trust the current Man United medical team? Mr. B, you're waving your arms.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Casemiro didn't trust them when they said he was fit to play. You know, the medical team is a joke, and maybe Malacia knew that. And obviously, look, maybe his medical team are bloody worse. But sometimes, you know, I'm not sure those players totally trust the medical team that's there. You know that your friend or your colleague's been misdiagnosed. Why are you gonna go? Why are you gonna go there? And it's gonna be more than one person that's been misdiagnosed. Do you know what I mean? So maybe he just thought he's not gonna take the chance, and obviously it did backfire. But I can see that as being a reason.
Mr. B, most important question we want to know is: have you got an image of Malacia for your solo 11 for next season? Because he's gone missing so long. Can you remember what he looks like?
We need a question mark. We're going to need a question mark, you know what I mean? God almighty.
All right, next story. Let's just get this pumped out before we get onto the preview. Double bid for De Ligt and Maz. Reporting from The Athletic's credible source, Ornstein reveals United officials have tabled a joint bid for the former Ajax players with optimism at Old Trafford, and amongst the pair's representatives, it would be accepted. However, the report states a proposal was rejected by Bayern Munich, with negotiations continuing to find a compromise. Now, Ornstein reveals that the German club have informed their English counterparts a higher fee is required to sanction a joint move, much to the surprise of the camp. De Ligt and Maz, both defenders, are represented by the same agent, which is Pimenta. I like pimentos, but this is Pimenta. At the beginning of the summer, officials at the Bayern Munich stadium had informed both De Ligt and Maz they were surplus to requirements as the club sought to generate funds for a comprehensive overhaul of the squad following a disappointing season. So are we seeing, from what seemed like two players that were willing to go and Bayern were willing to let go, now they've rejected a bid from us? I mean, are we seeing another saga like Frankie de Jong? Are they going to play the arse with us? What's going on here? Because we've made a bid, and now Bayern Munich are digging their heels in, it seems. So over to you, Dora. Just work this one out for me, please.
I'm not sure about it. I think this will, and like I think we are trying to work out the Van Bissaka and maybe someone from from players like McTominay or someone else who's been rumored to go. I think when we get them out or try to sell them, I think that we are going to appease Bayern and increase the bid a bit, because at the end of the day we are trying to sign two players, and I think that they're just trying to make money from those players, of course. I mean, they paid I don't know how much they paid for De Ligt. They paid a lot of money, I suppose. Not they didn't buy him for cheap. I'm not sure about Mazraoui. And yeah, I would love, like I said it multiple times, I think this is a good move because I think we need players. I think that we are going to sign them. I think we are going to sign them in the coming days. Not because I think all of a sudden that like Ineos is miles better than Woodward and the co, and what's his face? I've already forgot his name, Murto and all that. They obviously know what they want and they know how to approach these negotiations. I got really warmed up, about De Ligt. I think that he, especially with your injury, I think he's going to help us a lot. And I think that he already knows Ten Hag's system, which is a huge plus. He already, he was his player. I'm not really sure about Mazraoui because I saw that he's very injury prone. And honestly, I am sick and tired of, seeing that injury list of Manchester United being more than 5, 6. Like we had more injured players. Our injury list was bigger than the bench last season. Like it's insane. So hopefully they know what they're doing. I'm really skeptical about this Mazraoui deal. But I'm looking forward to Matthias de Ligt. I think he is a really good player that will help us a lot. But I don't think that this is going to be prolonged like Frankie de Jong saga. Like it's just, I think that whole saga was just ridiculous.
All right, so Mr. B, just to summarise, so we made a double bid and it's been rejected after it looked clear that Bayern Munich are ready to sell. What's going on here? Because both these players have the same agent. He's a bit surprised by it. What are the Germans playing here? What is it? Silly buggers? Are we doing another Frankie de Jong saga, as people are saying in the comments?
The board, under this Enios lot, I don't think we're ever gonna have a Frankie saga. They have their preferences. They have their first choice and their second choice and their third choice. Hopefully, the choices that they make are going to be the right ones. I don't know why Bayern, maybe because it was a joint bid and they wanted two separate ones for their team sheet. I don't understand. It seemed like everything was set up for it to go. So are they looking for more money? Are they looking, because they haven't said whether it's maybe the terms of the payment terms, or maybe because obviously look, Man United are going to want to make it as easy as they want for themselves to get these payment terms done, and maybe Bayern aren't accepting it. They haven't really said what the issue. They rejected it, but they haven't said if it's they want an increase, if it's they want a few more add-ons or anything. So it's still up in the air. So hopefully that's something that's going to get sorted. But United are going to have to push for this one now because we need the centre back in. The issue is obviously De Ligt's trained, but he's been left behind. Obviously, Mazraoui, they've gone to where? South bloody Korea. I'm sure they've gone to Korea to play. So it's not like it's round the corner. So, United don't have a medical department in South Korea. It's going to take however long it takes. So it's beginning to be a little bit of a mess, but we're kind of used to that with Man United. It's not a surprise that things are dragging on and teams are trying to skank us for money. It's just nice that we've pulled back a little bit because, to be fair, under the old regime, we would have bought Braithwaite for the money and then been frass and ain't going to be able to do nothing else afterwards. So the fact that they're moving, it's slow, but we understand why it's slow. There has to be. We have to sell two players, regardless of what it is. We need to sell two players to get the two that we want in. It's probably not going to happen before the season starts.
Okay, just comments about this so-called saga, and I understand people are going to get upset. But Simon Warner's saying here, we seem to have a saga every season. No wonder we end up signing less players. We deserve better. How are you doing? Saying Bayern had the upper hand now that Lenny is injured. Lenny Euro, Frankie the saga. Lovely player words. Stephanie, you are good at this. You're really good at this. 18 likes as well from Stephanie. Thank you. If you're watching, hit the like button for us, guys. Helps us out. Chat Sports saying here, keep Wamba over both of those players. United already have injuries at the back. Bringing in players that don't know the league probably take 3 months for them to be ready. And that was going back to the previous thing about the left back situation. Johnny Hill saying, my only issue with the ex-Ajax links is I believe Ten Hag will be gone by Christmas. So whoever the next manager is might not want
Johnny, come on now.
Tell him off. Go on.
I do want to. Come on, man. Where's all this? He signed a contract. He's got rid of the troublemaker who was Van der Gag. It sounds like a lot of players didn't like him. We've got Ruud van Nistelrooy, so who's going to help those strikers. We've got
and take over when he gets sacked. Sorry.
That's we've got a new goalie coach. We've got a new set piece coach. All Ten Hag has to do is coach the players in how he wants. Everything else is different. If he fails, he's an arse. Honestly, if he fails, he's an arse. There's no way he's using. Come Christmas, Rashford's gonna be on 15 goals. Bloody Ahmad's gonna be setting the Premier League alight.
Wow.
Listen, I don't understand where this negativity is coming from. Honestly, he ain't going nowhere. Nowhere. Okay.
We are going to clip this and play it back on Christmas Day or Boxing Day. And Johnny, make sure you tune in then. So let's see who's vindicating these comments. Kerwin, going back to the previous subject, saying I could still not get my head around us selling Avril Fernandez. We sold one healthy left back and kept 2 injured ones. It's crazy. He's putting his head to his hand like that. Simon Warner saying here, De Ligt does want to play for United, sell Wan-Bissaka and Sancho and use the money to get either player or both. History of Mo saying, Kirsten, we had idiots running the club. Now we have competent people running the club. That's the difference. Stephanie saying here, saga transfer, saga holidays, saga injuries. Angry face. Wan-Bissaka wants to move to West Ham, says Lucky Singh. Simon's saying here, there are 4 weeks left and we're still keeping the deadwood. We need to buy cautiously. Andrew's saying, buy English. Andrew's being consistent with that about buying English, you know. Stephanie saying, Johnny, be good. Be good, Johnny. That's a pun on words again. Always is with Stephanie. So funny. What else we got here? We deserve better. Last one from us saying, even if Ten Hag does go, not a problem with having Dutch players, as Rude will slot in. Big mistake to sack Ten Hag. Give Hag a 5-year contract. I like it. I like it a lot. All right, we're talking about Ten Hag. Let's just get into our teeth into this. This is a quote. Obviously, Ten Hag's been talking a lot. He's getting a lot of interviews over in US of A. And here's one of them. And I want you guys to decipher what this is about. So, Ten Hag saying here, I came here 2 years ago, and this group of players hadn't won any trophy for 6 years, Ten Hag said. I said, we are also on a mission, and we are here to win and be building. And that we knew before us, that is, it will not come overnight. So he's saying it won't come overnight. We have to work hard, very hard, and we will have to deal with the setbacks during that time. The first season, I think, was very successful with 2 finals. We won 1, we lost 1. We should have won that one. And we were third in the league as well. That's the first season. And we came far in Europe and we played 60 matches. Then last season, there were a lot of setbacks. That was clear. But by the end, we got rewarded because we kept believing and we won an amazing trophy. And so we have the foundation. We have some new coaches, as Mr. B was saying earlier, which gives us not a better dynamic, but a different dynamic, innovations, new ideas, new dynamic, new energy. And I think then we can make progress to go to the next level. I haven't finished. Okay. That's confident. You know, suck that in. I know Mr. B's thinking, stroking his grey beard of wisdom. Let's do another one. Room for improvement. Now, this is what we're saying. So very confident first quote. One area that this team is working on to make sure there are repetitive movements and motions so that players, without even thinking, will be able to execute on the pitch, especially in the fine attacking patterns. This is from Ten Hag again. Sure, not Luke Shaw, but sure. And yes, we are building our foundation. And actually, we are not even into detail yet. It is just a foundation. The football is a very complicated sport, especially at the top level. And we are building now the movements and the fine details of attacking, which is so important, of course, in scoring goals. There's a lot of work to do, but we are already building our foundation. This is what he told Sky Sports. In the club's most recent friendly against Betis the other day, which they emerged 3-2 winners. I think it was 3-1, wasn't it?
3-2.
Oh, it was
3-2.
Ten Hag saying he saw positive signs. He's saying here, I think the team did really well. We are trying to build structures, but I will not say it is already perfect. And when the resistance will be higher and then the intensity is getting higher, we have to do it quicker and build in better relationships on the pitch to get the connections right, he added. But again, that's what we have pre-season for, to get things right. We get in structure and now we have to do it quicker. And as you say, it has to be a way of life, like automatic. So he's talking about the attacking patterns that we got there. Keywords here, making it quicker, more resistance, more intensity, all these positive things that he's saying here to get better relationships on the pitch. He's saying, once again, saying it's not going to happen overnight, like he's saying with going back to the previous one about the development since last season as well. But these are positive comments from our boss, Ten Hag. Let's discuss what stands out for you from those comments there. I'm going to start with you, Mr. B, because Dora, I can see her brain is ticking. She doesn't look too happy.
It's a bit strange that he's talking about patterns and attacking play, and he's already been here 2 years. So what was he doing? What had they been doing in training before that? You know, I understand he had a lot on his plate with all of the other fandangles, but surely when it comes to training and coaching, these are stuff that, you know, we should already be seeing. You know, we've had managers come in and after 6 games, the players understand and know what they're doing. So I'm interested to see what the patterns are and what the movements are. But he's confident. He's talking about new energy. It sounds like there's a happiness in the camp. This is what he's maybe trying to portray. The fact that McLaren's gone, that's one coach out the way. Obviously, Van der Gag sounds like he was the militant one. And a lot of players didn't seem to get on with him. Seems to be what's kind of coming out. So the fact that he's gone and they brought in Rude and all of the other Hacker they brought in, and he's very defensive. And you've seen that especially the first game where a lot of the players track back. I never see them doing that under Ten Hag. So I'm going to believe that that's something that Hacker has incorporated into the team. So I'm you know me, I'm one day. He's here, so I'm always going to be positive in it. Even when I nearly tore down the poster.
Just quickly, Mr. B, let me read out the final paragraph of this one, because you mentioned the coaches. He's saying here specifically, we have some new coaches. You ask, why is it he's been at the club 2 years? Why haven't we seen this before? He's saying it's because we have some new coaches, which gives us not a better dynamic, but a different dynamic. Yeah, innovations, new ideas, new dynamic, new energy. And I think he says he thinks then we can make progress to get to the next level. So that's the change. That's why I probably answered your question about why it hasn't happened overnight when he's been there all the time, because new dynamics, new coaches, and a different dynamic that we have now. Is he referring to Dora, the ex-Blackburn guy, winger, coming in with the sport technical director? Do you think that's what he's talking about? What's his name?
Wilcox.
Yeah, is that what he's referring to? About a new dynamic, a new direction, innovations, new ideas, new energy. Is it about the new staff that's coming in? Can you give him a blind on that one? Discuss, please, because we've got don't forget the attacking innovations he's talking about as well, where there's room for improvement. So just summarize, please, Dora, what you're hearing here, because just quickly, before you do, Andrew's saying one person's positive is another person's delusion. There's more coming. Ten Hag comes to the club to win trophies, and that's what he's done. There's a balance there. I want you to summarize, Dora. What are you reading into here? What reading between the lines?
I mean, I would agree with Mr. B. I think, he's talking about patterns. He talked about it in the last 2 seasons and it didn't happen. And, of course, factors and all that, and other outside factors and inside factors and all of that. Okay, cool. But, you're a coach. You need to create some of the patterns. I mean, he's obviously happy, right? He got what he wanted, right? He got a new infrastructure. He's getting players that he wants. He got a new contract or extension or whatever. So he's obviously in a good place. Ineos probably told him, you're not going to get sacked. We are going to stick with you. But you need to show us, you just need to, create this team and make us stable and all that, blah, blah, blah. I think it's honestly, like, once again, I feel this is a generic positive statement during the preseason before the season starts. Cool. If the players that he signed and the players that stayed, and him as a manager with his coaches that he picked out. If he feels comfortable, that's good news. I think that locker room harmony is always beneficial for the team. Great, Andrew. Thank you.
Focus, Dora. Don't read
oh my God! I saw quotes and I got distracted. Honestly,
okay,
it's a natural thing. It's a natural thing. You get me. But yeah, it's just I need to see that. Like I said it, when he signed a new contract or an extension, I said, look, I've been Ten Hag out. He didn't convince me, but I'm not going to sit here and turn my back on him and say I'm Ten Hag out. I hate him. I want him gone. Blah blah blah. Create a whole movement or whatever. Like, I don't care about that. He's staying. I need to deal with it. He's going to I need to I will back him. Hopefully we see the patterns. Hopefully they're finally he finally has the players, and he finally taught some of the players or the players how to play his style of play. Hopefully that translates in the Premier League. We obviously knew that this team is a cup team because we won 2 cups, which is not something that should be, erased or whatever. It needs to be acknowledged. But I need to see him perform in the Premier League. And when I see it, I'm going to be more, positive. I will be chirpy. I will be happy about it. I'm just cautious, honestly. I mean, this is all, generic preseason talk, in my opinion. It's good to know that they are in harmony, I would say, or at least he says they're in harmony. But if you look at all the factors, right, the new infrastructure and everything that happened, the new incomings into the club, of course he's going to feel much more comfortable, and yeah, that's always a positive. But Omondi, you're not going to get out from me that he's going to build a freaking prime, I don't know, Barcelona from 2008 2009. I need to wait and see. You know what, I'm cautious. I'm balancing you out. But yeah, I mean, it's great to see that, at least they're positive about everything that has happened.
Okay, comments quickly before we get onto this preview against the mighty Liverpool. Andrew saying, once again, one person's positive, another person's delusions. Simon Warner saying here, Ten Hag's come to win trophies, and that's exactly what he's done. Obviously, in the previous quote, he said we hadn't won any in 6 years before that. We won 2 in 2 years. There's been a pattern behind the scenes and in the coaches that's very important, says Emma. Lucky Singh saying we're here to win trophies, mentality, hard work in process. We deserve better, saying Hag has finally got the team behind him. He can solely focus on the football now. Simon saying I can see a major change now that Rude has arrived as well. We have more management team, says Lucky Singh. Chat Sport, how you doing? Let's other managers go for top 4 bragging rights, trophies you can look at. Okay. Lucky Singh saying trophies are crucial, grow club mindset as well. Stephanie Griffith's most important thing is the players want to play for managers and the coaches. Can't forget about that. Amandi knew his name. Isn't there Deborah Cox? Isn't there a singer called Deborah Cox? That's the only time I get sentimental. Johnny Gill. That's another singer. Look at me. I'm throwing out R&B singers. Johnny Gill, Deborah Cox. It's Johnny Hill. Says the thing about new coaches that confuses me is that I thought Van der Gag was his assistant at Ajax. Kindergarten setting says we deserve better. Couple more here before we move on to preview. Simon's saying here, I want to see a more confident, positive side to the team when they step onto the pitch. Give the fans something to cheer about. I have good vibes about this season this time around. And Ten Hag will know his squad are short in goals and even weaker in defence. Now, I think we are short in goal. Okay, we're short in scoring goals and we're even weaker in defence now, he's saying here. What's next? Simon Warner saying it's time for United to deliver, get that feel-good factor back at Old Trafford, back to being a fortress again. Is there any more that I'm going to read? No, leave it as that. Big up Andrew Williams, by the way. First manager. He had to throw this in 6-1 as the first manager to get sacked.
A true negative Nancy in this community.
All right, that's a little bit of transfer news. Obviously, Mr. B mentioned earlier, 12:30, just after midnight Saturday night. So if you're coming in late, you can tune in to Man United versus Liverpool. Liverpool done well this pre-season. I think they beat Betis and they beat Arsenal 2-1 as well with a lovely goal. Everyone was questioning Slot coming in, another Dutch manager, but there's people say pre-season games don't matter. But Slot came out with a statement the other day saying he's been inherited a good squad from Klopp, and he doesn't feel he needs to buy a player because you have to. If you're buying someone, it has to be better than what they've got so far. So is he hiding the fact that they don't have the money, or there's some other issue that they're not going to back him yet with by giving him money to buy players? Let's talk Liverpool Football Club. Let's talk Man United versus Liverpool Football Club in this friendly with what the players that we have remaining, because I heard Michael Rashford might be injured as well, added to that list on his preseason tour. So, Mr. B, over to you, because you've got the graphics, you've got everything here. Take over. Okay,
so it's the solo 11. Obviously, Solo didn't know that Rashford was injured, but he's gone with Onana in goal. Wan-Bissaka. I mean, it's weird. We're looking to sell Wan-Bissaka, but we're playing him. It just seems. I know we don't have enough. We don't have another right back on the tour.
No, we
anyway,
don't.
but it's really weird that he's playing.
I mean,
Maguire, Evans. Which let's hope that that's not what's going to start the bloody season. Let's hope Leach has been doing his thing, what he needs to be doing, and he comes in and proves his fitness because he's back. They're back. He's back Monday, isn't it? Martinez is back Monday. Amas, who I know I wanted to kind of jump in earlier on when you lot were talking about left back. I know defensively he's probably not quite ready, but offensively, and this is what we're talking about with our team. We're talking about being offensive. He's bloody good. He's good. So I would rather have Amas. I'd rather we keep Amas in the squad in case we need him to play. Casemiro, who's been captaining the team, maybe there's nobody else who could have been captain. It's still a weird one. I think he's staying. I'm feeling that vibe that he's going to be staying. Mason Mount, who hasn't done too bad pre-season. I just don't want him to get injured. I'm not sure what position he's going to play once Bruno comes back, but we'll see. And obviously Collier, who I think is ready for first team football. To be in the first team squad, to be in the squad of players. Don't let him go. Don't let him go out on loan. Rashford, obviously didn't know Rashford was injured. Solo, that's your fault. Jaden is the only one who can play in that position. To be fair, I think Xerxes, this is a system that we're going to have to get used to because Hoyland's injured. He's 6 weeks out. So I think Xerxes is going to be playing there. And obviously Ahmad, who's just been causing a chaos this pre-season, this should be a nailed-on starter. What do you think of his team, guys, in the chat? What do you think of the team on Monday and Dora?
You go, Dora. What do you think about this?
I think, from what I saw in this preseason, I think this is, a good shout. Well, we obviously know that Marcus Rashford is injured, so I'm expecting something like, in the front three, maybe Sancho on the left with Wetley starting and Ahmad staying on that right side, or maybe he goes with Zirkzee is still not available, right? He's not. He's only joining later.
He's in Manchester training, isn't it?
Yeah. So we will probably maybe we see Anthony coming in with Sancho and Ahmad being as his partners in the attack as well. But I think this is a good shout for the team. I think that it's. I know why you are baffled about Wan-Bissaka because we are trying to sell him, but it's good to have him, being fit and we put him in a shopping window. So maybe West Ham sees, okay, this is what we need, and maybe we get more money for him if he performs really well. But yeah, I think this is a good chance as always to see the chemistry between the players. Sancho is here. I don't think Sancho is going to leave the club, in all honesty, this summer. I think that he's going to stay. So it's going to be interesting to see how he, fares with his, with the rest of the front three and the midfield behind him. I think Collier is a new youngster that we are raving about. I saw a lot of good things from him. The same with Oyedele, who will probably start on the bench as well. And it's good to always see, Casemiro getting fit, even though we don't think he's, very good. But it's always good to see fit Casemiro, and of course Mason Mount, because we haven't seen enough of Mason Mount, and it feels like he really wants to play. He's very keen to play, and it's good to see him, in the team and fit finally, and it's good to see someone like it feels like a new signing with Mason Mount because we haven't seen a lot of him last season, and it's like a presentation to the fans once again on how he plays and how Ten Hag is going to use him. So yeah, I think this is with everything that, with players still on holiday, with some of the injured players like Euro, I think this is a spot on team actually. So yeah, it will be interesting to see how they, play with the energetic Liverpool team. And by the way, I think FSG is talking through Arne Slot with all those. Oh, we don't need anyone nonsense. I think every team needs to refresh with at least one or two players every single summer or every single transfer window, and especially Liverpool Football Club, so he can, stop being, a voice channel for FSG, which is so extremely funny to me. But yeah, it will be interesting. I think this team is spot on.
Yeah, great assessment, and it is a good lineup with what we've got available when you consider who's on tour. So obviously, if Rashford isn't playing, I don't know how serious it is, Mr. B, about him not playing, but I did hear that he might be injured. So if he doesn't start, you suggested that Sancho would go on the left, and then he got Wheatley to come in down the middle. Which is
that wasn't me. That was Dora. That was Dora.
Sorry, forgive me. I thought it was you said that. Obviously, with the midfield as well, this seems how we started games. We can only judge by patterns of Ten Hag what he's been doing, starting games on this preseason tour. Amas has been exciting. That goal, what Ahmad scored the other day, he was like influential, wasn't he? He got a bit of a lucky break on the halfway line, but still bombed on and whipped in a nice ball. Great first touch by Ahmad, and he whipped it into the corner. What a great goal that was. And I think going back to what the PowerPoint slide we had about attacking third and what we can offer, Ahmad, as Mr. B was saying there, has been so exciting and really staked his claim as probably the number one player in that position for Man United. So maybe he can start the first few games for United and get the confidence up even more, because it's been a good development signing in my opinion. See him come on leaps and bounds now, 2 seasons after we signed him, a young player who's clearly developing and getting his confidence back. Well, not say back, but getting his confidence to actually believe he's the main guy. And once you're in training and you're fighting with people in the same position as you need to show the manager and give the manager faith in you to be that guy. And it's good to see someone like that dig his heels in and stay at the club and demand a place. So good luck to him. Obviously, we've got Jadon Sancho. Still a question mark about him. What's going to happen with him before the transfer window closes? Do people really want him there? He's sort of slowly got on with his game, hasn't he? He's played a crucial part in a lot of these games. His hold-up play has been pretty good. His movement, obviously his skill. He can, cut people in half. He's still a talented player, so a lot more to come from him, I believe. And this guy who's been referred to, the guy in midfield, they say he looks like Brandon Williams, but Cully's been very good. The last couple of games, I've seen him driving with the ball. For his age, he looks like he's not phased at all. Looks like a good, competitive midfielder, and I like the look of him. So these are the players that I'm interested in: Ahmad, Amas, and the midfielder Collier as well. We know about the rest. And we know what they're capable of doing. So against Liverpool, just going back to you guys, Dora and Mr. B, I think Slot's come in, and the Liverpool fans were a bit unsure. But what we've seen, the stories coming out of Liverpool training camp, is that he's passing over and over again. It's like getting more passes going, and you can see that the way they opened up Arsenal the other day, playing out from the back, it was passing, direct passing, bam, in, and they got themselves in quite a few times with that in that respect. So Liverpool look okay, but obviously it's only pre-season, and we will find out when we bump into them tomorrow night how that really goes down. Shall we do some comments before we come back to you?
Yeah.
Okay, so Simon says surely Liverpool want to offload a player or two. Salah is bald now, says Bilal. It's like Samson's losing his head. Johnny Hill is saying here Liverpool will have Endo as a DM. Stop talking rubbish. Casemiro to be captain again? Question mark. Simon. He's also saying Bradley is a great youngster. They've got some good young players. Liverpool coming through. We've got a Monday taking me back to New Edition days. I mentioned Johnny Gill and Deborah Cox. That was in Dora Cox. Collier looks like Brandon Williams, says Bilal. He certainly does in this picture. History of Mo saying I think Ahmad plays until he doesn't play well enough to start. I want to say hi. Everyone say hi to Given Losa. He says, big up, guys. Question the system we using now looks similar to the one we used at the end of last season, winning the FA Cup in the last few games. I like it. Wingers will benefit a lot with Xerxes in the link-up play. Big up, man. Thanks. A great comment. It's sort of like reiterating what we've been saying on the show about that last few games of the season. We were quite impressed. Stephanie was saying United need to slot our chances away. Use of words there. Versus Liverpool. Don't want to lose to the Scousers, even at Tiddlywinks. I haven't really touched on any of these comments. They're flying through. First, I want to say hi to Tyra. I never said hi to Tyra. Disgrace that Evans and Maguire are still options at the centre back for United. Why can't Maguire do the right thing and leave? What else we got here? Lucky Singh saying Dora don't mind playing Aaron Wan-Bissaka long as his fit first half. I believe that's saying there. What else? Bilal saying here, don't praise the Liverpool manager. Sorry about that. Forgive me. It's only a friendly. And Tyrone saying, hi, Andrew. My optimism for the up-and-coming season isn't there anymore. Over to you guys. Anything else to add?
Just want to win on Monday.
Okay.
I'm going to be honest. This is... I want to win this game. I want to win it without the Brunos, without the Xerxes. The players who are going to be available for that Liverpool game, I want us to beat them with this team. And then come the Liverpool game, hopefully, touch wood, you're looking at Martinez, you're looking at Bruno, you're looking at Kobe, you're looking at Xerxes. An extra 4 players into this squad after we've beaten them at the weekend would be perfect. Pre-season or not, that would be great for me. That's what I want.
Yeah, I mean, it's similar to the Arsenal pre-season game last season, before the last season, right? Last year, when everyone was like Arsenal fans, so of course they were cocky and said that they're going to, beat us, batter us, and in the end, I think we won that game actually. So I mean, it doesn't matter if it's a totally random game, not important game, unimportant game. I think it's always good to beat Liverpool, especially since they got their own bold Dutch at the seat. So yeah, I want our bold Dutch to be better and be better than him. So yeah, I haven't seen Liverpool play at all, so I don't know how they play. But yeah, it will be interesting to see how 2 Dutchmen go against each other.
Looks like a battle of the madness or bad manners with the 2 bald guys. Remember them bad manners? Bald band. Mr. B does.
I do. Dora looks confused. Don't worry, Dora.
So we say right, said Fred. Another great bald band. Any other bald bands in the comments, guys, that we can refer to? Who does the slot look like? A few people said to me, it looks like George Dawes from what's that show with Vic Reeves? George Dawes.
I don't know.
What's the score, George Dawes, on the drums?
Don't know. No.
Okay. We have Ahmad, Liverpool killer, United 3-1 to win. Says, given Losa, no doubt about it. I'd love to see that score line. It would give us a lot of confidence, wouldn't we? Oh, here we go. Here's a good one. Moby. And who's the guy from Breaking Bad? They say he looks like
Walter White.
Okay. Does he look like Ten Hag? My son was
bit.
telling me about that.
If he puts on glasses, a bit.
Oh, here we go. Shooting Stars. That's the George Dawes from Shooting Stars. The dove from above. Woo, woo, woo. Yes, Mr. V knows, but he's acting like he doesn't know.
I have no. I'm sorry. This has gone straight over my head, boy.
I'm just trying to think of bald men that we like, because it's the 2 baldies coming up against each other. The Wanderers. If anyone's seen the film The Wanderers, there's a bald gang called the Baldies, which is Battle of the Balds. Says Johnny Hill, no doubt about it. And finally, Lucky Singh saying Liverpool not buying any new players. I'm getting your references. Okay, at least Andrew gets it. Mr. B might not, but Andrew gets it. That's good enough for me. All right, guys, what's happening over the weekend? Are we doing a watch long? Are we doing a post-match show? Mr. B.
Just look, I'm going to say this. At the moment, I'm saying yes. Tomorrow is 24 hours away. It could be a no. What I suggest, just hit the notification bell. That's it. Just hit the notification bell. If I'm doing it, I will get the show up early enough so that, we could all sit down. Matthew suggested a drink and a smoke along. I'm not sure you're allowed to smoke on YouTube. So, but yeah, there will probably be something in the Coca-Cola. to get us through the game. But yeah, do you know, the more I think about it, the more I think I will do a watch along tomorrow. The more I'll do the watch along tomorrow. I'll do that. Yeah,
you heard it here first.
You convince you guys. Yeah, I'll do the watch along tomorrow. And you know what? To be fair, if any of you guys want to jump on, we can put the link up. You don't even have to have your camera on. You know what I mean? All right, the feeds might be slightly different, you know, time-wise, but that's cool, man. A goal's a goal. It's gonna get scored when it's gonna get scored. So yeah, you know what? Yeah. I'm doing the watch along tomorrow, and you are all more than welcome to come on stream with me.
Mr. B is coming to America. Fuck you too. Fuck you. Fuck you. All right. Dora, last words before we shut down. Will you be watching the game? I mean, it's going to be very late for you. It's going to be what, 1:30 in the morning. Do you think you'll stay after that?
Yeah, it's in. I mean, it's late. Like 15 to 2. I think 1:45 in the morning for me, and I'm like. That day, I'm going to Bosnia, not as a drug mule.
Not this time.
For pleasure. Yeah, I'm going to hang out on Sunday with people in Bosnia, not as a drug mule. But yeah, it will be fun. I don't know. Maybe I catch it. But I seriously doubt it. I will probably do it in the morning or something because I'm just, have that. Even right now, I mean, it's almost 11. I'm still okay, but oh my god, the more I go closer to the midnight, the more dead I feel. Like it's insane. But yeah,
fight it.
You know what? When I see you, Mr. B, with that, Coca-Cola, maybe rum in it, or maybe rakia, no, maybe not rakia. I think that's disgusting. By the way,
there'll be rum in it. Whatever I'm drinking.
Yeah, rum is the best. Rum is the best. We call it bambus, which is a bamboo in English, but we call it bambus. It's Coca-Cola and red wine. It's mostly cheap red wine, and I drank it a lot during my high school days, and it's like everyone's first drink here. So yeah, maybe I watch it. Maybe I do make my own bambus and
come and join me after all. Yeah.
We will do a cocktail party.
That show we will get straight. No, that can't happen. Get bar time on the phone. Tell him to quit talking. Come on, guys.
No. We are going to have a cocktail party for Liverpool United game. Oh boy. But,
Simon Ward is saying, let's put in a good performance or Dora's chickens out.
Yeah.
So, it would be, yeah. That sounds like a good idea, but do it on someone else's channel. I don't want to get taken off the air. That would just be chaos with Dora's alcoholic drink and Mr. B.
It's only Coca-Cola on Monday.
Yeah, exactly. I'm only drinking a big glass of Coke.
All right. It's been a great show. It's Friday, the end of the week, Mr. B's favorite day, no doubt about it, and it's payday as well. So, can you imagine how he'll be next Saturday night? Anyway, I want to see it now. Actually, I do want to see it. Dora, good. Have a lovely trip to Bosnia. I hope everything goes well. You do make me laugh, Dora. You're talking about, gangster stuff and all that kind of thing. I wish we had a plan.
Maybe I go to apothecary and buy antibiotics. They will never know. I'm just joking. Policija, nemojte me, molim vas, uhititi. That's I'm relaying message, impression for them to not check me. I'm just joking, okay?
Good night, Andrew.
Yeah, I will eat the best shavapi, by the way. Like, I'm going to, I cannot wait.
Quickly, Mr. B, no more takeaway?
I don't know. That's a hard one. At the moment, Fridays are so hard. Takeaway has to be regular.
Yeah.
And Fridays are hard. So I'm not sure. We'll talk as a committee and decide.
We're going to finish on the hour, 30 seconds to go. Perfect timing, great scheduling, great discipline by me, the host, to get it down to an hour. I'm impressed. Let's hope we're impressed tomorrow night with Man United. No, don't you dare.